So quiet in here.
Right?
I like it. It's like peace.
You should go. There's this museum. I forgot what it was. Oh, Super Blue, I think it's called.
Super blue.
Super Blue, I think it's called. Not. Let me look it up. But
Gotcha.
we should talk about Severance.
Oh, Severance. What other shows?
I haven't watched Invincible, so we can't.
Yeah. I'm gonna put new music. I'm gonna put shows.
Peaky Blinders.
No, I mean, what Peaky Blinders are doing a movie right now. I think they already finished actually.
Mm.
Silo. You ever watch that one?
Mm-mm. I'm going to.
I'm watching Reacher right now. It's fun.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
But wait till season 2, bro.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. Yeah.
Because they did a movie about him.
Yeah. With
Tom
Tom Cruise. Yeah. Are we allowed to vape in here?
Huh?
Can we vape?
I think so. I mean,
Yeah, right. Because last time we did.
yeah,
We drank and all that.
Well, yeah. Fucking vaping is the least of the worries. I don't know. I think that's 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. We just talk about Severance and then cut it there.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start now.
Um,
We'll probably add this to the beginning of the
Yeah, of
the
course.
pod
Yeah.
just
this is
to stretch it a bit,
literally bloopers.
bro. It just because like I feel like the format is very similar to help me Devon.
I've seen some of the videos. Yeah.
Yeah, because they be posting other people like how they're mixing stuff like that, but I feel like ours is more sounds like song creation more than anything. So that's where I feel like we differentiate ourselves.
What sound creation wise? Like, yeah.
Yeah, like just and then the artistry behind instead of the gear side or the technical side of things.
It's the creative side, not the
Creative side, exactly. All right. Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We have a very special episode because we are here at Nucleus Hub. Shout out to Nucleus Hub and their creators here at Coconut Grove, Miami. They also have just one new location
yeah.
in Wynwood. We will probably be checking that out soon. Anyways, this is Picture Truth Pod. Welcome. I am one of your hosts, Vibrant, also known as Brent Varela, sometimes known as Brenda. No, I'm kidding.
You did not say.
And joining me today is our other host, Mr. Matic, the man himself, the man that makes movies with his mind
Thank you, sir.
on a daily basis.
I tried to, without killing myself.
So I have a few topics to talk about today.
It's gonna be a short episode as we got the room for a minute, but we're gonna try to mobilize onto making more content and utilizing the room for just creating content. We think that this room has a potential to be, if anything, if we make it to be, could be
Our main hub.
the main hub. So I'm not gonna say more because I don't want to spoil anything and then go ahead and someone takes it off and gets the idea somewhere else. But yeah.
Beautiful human beings. I love you. Give us a like, subscribe, please. We surpassed our last podcast by 15 views, so we're trying to bring that up to another 20 views. So hopefully we get like at least 100.
At least 100.
We'll see.
I'll be satisfied.
Yeah. So as long as we keep growing, 100 people is a lot of people.
Yep.
So, so today is February 10th.
10th. Just crazy.
So yesterday was the Super Bowl, which was a very intense game.
I mean, I didn't watch the game because I'm not into football.
Me neither, but I enjoyed the game. It was a fun watch.
Yeah. I was having this conversation with my girl's dad that I just think it's, don't hang me, but I think it's rigged. I usually think it's rigged.
On some level, yeah, because the ref calls were very frequent and a lot of like,
yeah, and
you're gone, you're done.
If you notice, I believe Kansas City won little by little. They won like back to back, and now they lost.
And they were trying to go for a three-peat.
Exactly. So
From
it's
what
like
I
I feel
understand.
like it's all there's obviously money involved, but I think it's all planned and this is kind of like stage. I remember we went to Natalie's house. We went to see the Super Bowl.
We did
Yeah, we went to see the Super
at
Bowl. I
Natalie's
remember
house.
in Natalie's house. You were there and Gabriel was there too.
Who did the halftime?
I forgot, bro. I think we didn't even see the halftime. We think we were watching after the halftime.
Um,
And I remember Brady
Brady won, right?
I think so, yeah. And then that's how I saw everything happening, and I kind of like started paying attention to everything that was going on. And then I just saw how everything is just
It's all performance
right.
on some
Exactly, it's
level.
all performance in some level. Obviously, artistry is there when it comes to like technique and stuff like that, and obviously, it's fucking human beings fucking playing.
Right, right.
But at the same time, I feel like it's even more. I'll say, go out to say on a limb and say it's even more rigged than soccer is sometimes. At times, I think, because it's obviously glorified
Yeah.
in the states. It is glorified. And by the way, football is actually soccer. Football. I'm gonna say it one more time. Football is soccer. All right, because you play with your feet.
That is true. That is true.
And
It
then
is a
in Spanish,
football.
it's fútbol. That's what we
Fut-
call it.
yeah.
Fútbol. Not soccer. All right. I'll debate you all day, every day. Got cameras, facts, looking at
They're
you.
called AFC, American Football Clubs. Football clubs.
But okay, I get it. But hey, go into the meat and potatoes.
So,
Say Drake.
say Drake. Kendrick Lamar performed in the New Orleans Super Bowl 59.
I really thought he was gonna bring Lil Wayne.
You think so?
I thought like for a second I was like, damn. Which I don't care.
I had seen comments saying that, imagine if Kendrick brings out Drake
Oh, that would be hilarious. I mean, I think
and they just do all the diss tracks together.
yeah, that would be crazy. But I think it was good. I think it was enough. He performed. He started with Squabble Up. Then he went with Humble. Then I believe he performed DNA.
Yeah, and then he did like an unreleased track, an unreleased GNX
beginning?
track. Yeah,
Think
'cause I
so.
didn't recognize the lyrics. I was like, what song is
It
this?
might have been a snippet of another song that probably should have gone to GNX, but didn't make it.
It didn't, they didn't get on there.
So maybe.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't think a lot of people were saying that it wasn't good. But then, like even Anthony was saying, I mean, like
Really?
saying, what you just heard him?
Oh,
him
yeah,
saying like
yeah.
that, like like a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. And but
Yeah.
I think it was something that obviously we all knew he was gonna do. You know, like
Yeah.
how do you get told you're gonna perform in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And then you don't perform, not like us. Well, you kind of
I think the pressure of performing on that big of a stage is huge, and then you have a certain like set list that you're gonna do. That it's because like at first, like I was thinking about performing in general is so difficult when,
Yes.
especially just even like a small crowd, which we'll get into in a bit.
Yeah. Well, with the
Um,
topic.
and I think his performance was well done.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like the dancers, everything, bringing in SZA, beautiful woman. Please have my babies, please. Anyway,
She's been around for a while. I didn't know that.
yeah, apparently.
Yeah, that she was. I
She
saw,
dated Drake, I think, back then.
and I saw that Mac Miller, like, there's a performance that he brought her out, and he said, "Oh, this is my very good friend, sis or whatever." Like, I didn't know.
No
that.
way.
Yeah, so she's been a while. She's
Wow.
been around for a while. So I
Oh,
guess.
wow.
But I did hear her, like, shortly after Mac passed. Like, I heard some of her songs and whatever, because TD was coming out with with other artists. There's another guy's name I forgot his name. That's also on TDE. But Reason was coming out, and there was another. Damn, bro, this guy sings. He sings really good. He was in the Sun's Tirade. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Isaiah Rashad's album. So, but yeah, I know she's been around for a while. So, but yeah,
Cool. I think the performance was I think it was the first hip hop like performance in a Super Bowl in a while, right?
I mean,
A
Usher
long time.
performed last year, right? But that mean
That's R&B.
he did bring Ludacris perform
That's
another
true.
song.
That is true.
But I mean, I think this was intentional.
Yeah.
This wasn't like some performance done just to do the performance. I think this is very intentional, especially after like biggest when you go like biggest to what, biggest Super Bowl. The difference is only two guys, like all that shit and whatever.
Yeah.
That's already like there's two things already that have happened. The first one was like that he said that, and the second thing he said was that Kendrick just opened his mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and Grammy right now. So it's like
That was kind of funny. Yeah.
So it's like
That was funny.
many controversies. So I think it was good. I was laughing my ass off. But I did see everything. I remember I was seeing the Amazon special of Kendrick performing Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers I think in Europe. And there's a moment, I forgot what song he's performing, and he pulled, I swear to God, I'm gonna go watch it again. He pulled an inhaler and he puffed twice and then hit it. But it was like a second that this guy did that. And I was like, wow, this guy is insane. Like, that's how much breathing work you need for all that shit that you know, obviously that was God knows what it was. I can only imagine it was albuterol.
Wait, that was Kendrick?
That was Kendrick, yeah. Just to like open up your lungs type shit. You get me? Because that's what albuterol, you take a shot of albuterol, that's just like, you feel good. Like your lungs and your breathing like just opens up more. So I feel like that was crazy. That was crazy just seeing him doing that shit. But that's just love for the craft. Maybe he could be sick and we don't know.
Maybe he's asthmatic.
Maybe.
The more you know.
The more you know. Oh yeah.
SZA.
She has someone.
Probably
does.
Transitioning from that, because watching the performance made me think about my performance and this guy's performance. I actually finally watched it yesterday.
Oh, you watched it?
Before the Super Bowl, I finally watched the whole thing. And we performed at Lincoln's Beard.
Shout out to H. Shout out to Science.
Shout out to everybody that was participating in that event. It was great. What was it? Soundgarden? It was
Soundgarden. Yeah.
We do have I think it's coming back in March or April, I believe.
March.
It's in March. Okay. So, after performing, like I felt like the main thing that was struggling for me was engaging with the crowd and knowing what to say when it comes to being up on the stage, because I feel like the easiest part is doing the actual song.
Yeah, doing the actual
because
song.
Once you practice it for long enough, you can get it down.
Yeah, because I feel like obviously that's like obviously it's a different time. It's kind of like you step out of have you seen this movie called Soul? You told me to watch Soul.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, so like you know how like when they say like you get into like the flow state, then it's like an aura, and like they move.
You're not
themselves.
you're like in your spirit.
Yeah, you're not even there exactly. So you're in your spirit. I feel like that's what happens when you go into that, and everything else that happens around is extra. So I feel like with me wise, like I feel like I blank out on those moments. I don't even know what's happening, but I know what's happening, but I don't know what's happening.
Right.
So like people ask me like, "Oh, you saw me?" Like I remember seeing a few people in the crowd, but I just don't remember because I wasn't there.
You're blind. Yeah, you're
I
like
wasn't there exactly. And I was, but it didn't look like I was blind. But if you were to like, you know, get yourself in my shoes and in my head, you'll see how the time is different and everything is like totally fucking moving at a different pace. I forgot. I think someone was telling Prince or Prince was telling someone that when you perform the tempo, you think that everything is going at the same tempo as you, but you gotta halftime that tempo. That's how you don't rush in the performance. So if everything is going 1, 2, 3, 4, you should go 1, 2, 3, because you're going at a different tempo that the crowd is listening. So
yeah, because they hear it at normal time, we hear it at half speed.
Exactly.
Like we hear it, and then we're trying to, like, if we try to rush it,
if you try to play at their time, it'll suck. It will be a different time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard myself perform, and I was cringing the whole time because unfortunately my mic was very quiet, so I had to yell.
I felt like I was yelling my lungs out. I haven't heard my full performance. I just saw bits of it. But it's just crazy to see the amount of energy that is stored in it, and then you kind of like don't recognize where that shit's coming from. So
it's a Super Saiyan.
That's a Super Saiyan.
That's a Super Saiyan energy right there. Super. I don't know. It was a great experience. Just
and we had people. We had a lot of people.
I mean, it was like a good like 50. At least 50 people.
Yeah.
From what I saw. When I was up there, I was like, wow, this is a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I remember the only reason why I knew there was a lot of people is because there was a moment where someone was, I think it was Gabby or I don't know who it was that filmed and sent me a video, and they were facing me, and then they turned around.
Oh.
I saw other people. I was like, bro, what the fuck? So when I was starting seeing the performance, and then there was a moment where I say, you know, come closer, and then Chef also goes like, oh, come closer, and I see the people moving, I'm like, oh my God. Because when I was even talking, when I got on the stage, it was blank.
Like, yeah, it was just a sea.
Yeah, it was exactly.
Just looking at water.
Exactly. And then I was like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing in here. And I just started talking my lungs out, which I felt, I was like, how, in the back of my head, I'm like, how the fuck am I comfortable right now? Like, why am I talking? Like, I know what I'm doing. But I think it's also that confidence.
Yeah.
Faking confidence.
Yeah, because I feel like that comes with time, with performing. Like, so I see Kendrick perform, and like, he didn't seem nervous or anything, but he probably was.
But then,
yeah,
you can't show that, obviously.
You can't show that. And that was the point. I was like, when I was up there, I was like, I felt comfortable to an extent until it was my time.
Right, exactly.
Because I was like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, now it's me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then eyes are on you too. So, because there was a moment like I'm looking at everything like, you know, who the fuck is looking at me? Who the fuck is not? And where the fuck are you not looking at me, bitch? That's not, like, in some, like in a certain caliber in my head, like a certain moment in my head, I'm like looking to see. Because I remember, but then you kind of like step out and you're like, oh shit, everybody is looking at me right now. So, and especially when you start interacting with the crowd too. When I was doing the whole thing, like, oh, like hip hop or whatever, or like the whole chanting, I didn't even know
that they were doing it.
That they were doing it. Or I didn't even know what the fuck was I doing, because I was like moving the mic, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, I think I did good because we rehearsed it. But at the same time, I'm like, there was a moment where I was like, I was like, shit. I was like, just gonna keep on doing it. But and even when I got off the stage and did that because I did 3 songs. Excuse me. And the first song I performed it and on the stage. The second song I went down to the stage. And it was closer to like the crowd and whatever. I was like kind of like a cypher type of thing. And then I was like, again, what the fuck am I doing? And I was sick as fuck too. As you can hear, I'm fucking sick.
Yeah, this fucking guy got me sick too. Bastard.
Fuck you. But I was super sick. I had a fever on that night. But my body, like, I don't know what it was. My body felt like I was swollen. Like my body just was in pain. My back hurted so much. And I felt like I had worked out or lifted something. Like, you know, when you lift something like bad, like in a bad position, bad shape. I don't know, I guess.
Yeah, you pull something. Yeah,
like I pull something, but I've always, when you pull something, it's only like one side. I felt like my whole back, my fucking spine, I felt like that shit was like Antarctica, like Alaska was in it. Like that shit was cold as fuck. And I wanted to be in this position like this because it felt more comfortable.
Right.
And then it got worse. I know it started at 3 o'clock that Saturday and then got worse and worse all the way to the performance. And when I got there, I was like, fuck, I want to. And then Chef tells me like, oh, like you got to drink water because you got a fever. You got to stay hydrated. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, so I'm drinking water. I'm going to the fucking bathroom, pissing. Like I took like 8 pisses, bro. I went to the bathroom like 8 times. And And then when I was about to go to the stage, I was like, fuck, like I really don't want to mess this up, because obviously when you start getting sick, you feel like how you start like losing saliva. You feel
Mm-hmm.
dry,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like sticky. Your mouth feels sticky and stuff like
Oh,
that.
damn.
So it's like, fuck. Like I know, obviously, when I'm like rapping, there is gonna be a moment where I'm probably gonna, like, I'm not gonna be able to pronunciate all the words that I need to pronunciate
Mm-hmm.
at the rate that I want to go and do it. But I didn't fuck up. I think I fucked up once.
I didn't even notice. I noticed after watching the video, but I didn't notice.
No one know.
No
Yeah,
one
obviously,
noticed
because
because you just keep going, and then nobody.
yeah, it's like, oh shit, this is it. This is part
Yeah,
of it. So
exactly.
I remember like there was a moment when I got down specifically that when I was taking a breathing moment to like skip to the next line or whatever, I just felt like I felt my ribs and my lungs like just hitting against. Obviously, I'm breathing and I'm feeling my lungs expanding and hitting, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm really sick right now.
Shit.
But then that's why I kind of like there's a moment where Chef asks like, oh, you're performing your part, your verse, because then at the end we perform a
Yeah.
song,
Mhm.
yeah, that I'm featuring on, and then I
That was
went
the first
first,
song. Mm-hmm.
and then he went, and there's a moment where obviously I was trying to not only boost the performance by rapping over his verse, but I forgot the lines, and I didn't know his lines like that. And also it was like it was improv because we were playing with a band, and Chef cut me half of my verse, and then he cut him
Yeah.
half of his verse. So we were like, "What the fuck is happening?" So we were like all just
All over the
going,
place.
yeah,
a
all
little
over the
bit.
place.
Yeah.
So Chef was like, "Oh, like speak to the crowd, like talk to it." But I was in my head already like, "Fuck, I'm in pain right now. I gotta do your thing. What are your words?" And I'm like trying to remember, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm moving. But I was already like, I was already like, I already gave it all, and I was going up, and I was already on my way down. So by the time it finished, that's why I got off the stage, because I was like, I need to sit the fuck down right now. And I could have stayed to watch Evo. Shout out to Evo too. But like I was just exhausted, bro. And I knew when I got home at 12. I went straight to the couch and I was in fetal position. I was just like, fuck. And I think that's what left me sick Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, because I was sick for like 4 days straight. Whereas my girl and her dad got sick, but they were sick for only 1 day or two.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't hit them as hard, and they didn't get like such a bad chills or fever,
Mm.
nor they had like a headache and whatever. And I feel like it was just me putting my body through that whole experience, which just comes to show that performance is not. If because I've seen people perform and then like they perform with the backing vocals and whatever, and it takes energy, but it takes a lot of energy to just because that's the thing, you are the main performance. Like there's no other instrument, your voice is the instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the beat in the background, you are the instrument, you are the guy. So it takes a lot, like, which is why people say like Russ, I've seen them say like, oh, like you got to go check your vocal cords and all that stuff and whatever, which is work that people don't see.
It's your it's your main asset. Yeah, I think I forgot who it was. Was it Adele or somebody that has like insurance for their voice?
Oh shit.
Yeah, somebody. I forgot who it was. If you guys know, just leave it in the comment.
Yeah.
But basically like something like $1 billion insurance.
What the fuck?
So like if they ever get like lose their voice or something happens to their voice.
I mean, that is smart though, because that's
it is your main asset is your voice.
Yeah.
Literally. Especially if you're like somebody like Adele
yeah.
that sings like crazy.
Same thing with like basketball. Your main ass is your physical health.
Is your physical health. Yep.
You do everything too.
So your insurance is your freaking your health, your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, athletes in general is just amazing to look at, bro, because they're capable of so much.
I saw that Gordon Ramsay's career with culinary arts started because he had an injury in football.
Really?
Which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So and that just
you
comes to
donut.
Yeah.
Fucking donut. That's why he's so hard on people. There you go. It's like you could be playing football, but now you're cooking.
Yeah, for real. Which is important, actually.
Yeah. Food is life.
But
Except in Severance, which we'll get into.
oh yeah, for real.
So after our performance, we planned to come out with new music this year and perform more often, just to get our muscle out there, get our.
For me, it's been 3 times in a year. If we're counting August last year.
Yeah, true.
So yeah,
My goal is at least 10,
10.
at least 10 performances. Which I mean,
I don't think that's like
it's not hard to do. Yeah, which I think I'll have 3 venues at least to do my sets. So that's already 4 down the drain. So just 6 more throughout the year. Maybe we have it's February, so we have a lot
yeah.
of time.
We got fucking what 11?
Eight,
No, sorry,
no,
10 months.
10 months, 10 months to go. So easy, doable.
Yeah.
Um, what's the song that you're excited to drop soon? I know you performed one.
Well, the Dawn was the one that I was trying to. I'm still seeing if I'm able to perform it with KRS-One because KRS-One is coming on the 8th of March.
That's right. That's right.
Because I did took Can't Stop, Won't Stop, so in my ism, that part I took it from him. So, I'm trying to see if I release that one soon. Conductions also, because I really like the whole Conductor Williams type of theme.
Mm.
There's like 2 to 3 more that I want to release that I want to be able to have ready, and then just have proper content and roll them out properly. But yeah, that's it.
Let me ask you something. Damn, I'm drawing a blank now. Ah, damn, it was just there.
Conductions. Trying to like.
Oh, yes. So, something about collaboration that I see a lot of like Latin musicians do a lot, so and I feel like yeah, American music does that too. But like in Miami, I feel like it's mainly like the Latin artists that like link up with everybody,
What do you mean?
Like go back 2015 to like now. Like Bad Bunny would hook up with Jay Cortez, all these other people.
Yeah, yeah.
Ozuna.
But that's how they rise.
That's how they pick themselves up. Yeah. And they have like, and then they're in their own lane because they're worldwide, because it's Spanish artists and stuff.
Exactly. But like originally, because I remember like when Bad Bunny was coming out, he was linking up with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why, like, I mean, with like collaborating with people, many don't, because obviously you want to be the main act, which is fine. But like, if you don't collaborate with other people, you have to also look at other people as that's another world, So that's another universe that you're stepping into, and you're
putting your
flag in it,
exactly,
with your name on it, and said, "Oh, I was here at some point." Because even Kendrick collaborated with Drake at some point, collaborated with Tyler the Creator, I believe, Future. With Eminem, with Future, with everybody. But that just he's Taylor Swift. I mean, he was in that world. So it's like you say what you want, but guys all over the place, and that's what you gotta mentality that you gotta have. You want to be all over the place.
You have to be willing to to be open to collaborate with other people that maybe you don't mesh well with, or not necessarily have the same sound. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, exactly. Out of your comfort zone, essentially.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Be ready to do that. Yeah.
Be ready to be out there. I think we only got like 2 more minutes. So, show that we've been watching like crazy.
Severance
season 2 is out right now. Oh my god, what a fucking season it is right now.
Yeah, this episode was crazy.
You saw it already?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I know. I knew that was gonna happen as far as the hate. Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but
spoil it.
Yeah, whatever. I knew that was gonna happen with the
spoilers.
The spoilers alert.
Spoilers alert. If you do want to watch it, it's basically right the show's about splitting your consciousness from your work life to your personal life. Essentially, that's the kind of the.
So you have an innie and you have an outie.
Right.
So you have your innie that goes to work and does not remember crap about what he does outside. And you have your outie, which is another different person. So 2 different personalities. So you can be super nice at work and you can be a fucking asshole.
An asshole,
outside,
exactly.
Which is crazy. But I knew that was going to happen. I think Irving is going to die.
Like officially?
Officially.
Like
yeah,
body?
because someone brought up that they were all dressed in black. I think I told you.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that's preparing for a funeral. And the next episode description, which is gonna be funny looking at this back later, says that the crew loses a prime member or some shit like that.
No, they suffer a loss or
They
something like
suffer
that.
loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that Irving, since he got removed, he may die. I'm not thinking they're gonna kill Marquez because obviously he's.
I don't think he's gonna die because I think it's just his innie's gonna cease to exist essentially.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, okay.
Because I mean, there's still Audi.
There's still Audi, yeah.
So who knows what he's cooking up in the outside?
And what I was thinking was that his wife, Marquez's wife, what I'm thinking is that she is dead, but her Audi is dead, not her innie. That's what I'm thinking. Because what if she actually is dead, and the only reason why she's alive is because in her mind, she is dead. Does that make sense? Like the Audi is dead. It suffered something, and then it probably got injected with the pill,
severance thing.
the severance thing, exactly, and then they activated a new person, which is this lady.
So it's not necessary. It's not actually her.
It's not actually her.
Oh shit.
Because think about it, she's not outside. She's always inside, and she got punished. I think because of what she did. I think she did something, right? I forgot.
What?
She got taken to the interrogation.
She got sent to the testing floor.
The test, like that where they sit you down and then make you.
They just like
exactly.
They basically took her out of the floor completely.
Yeah, exactly. And they were looking for, and Marquez was looking for her with this other guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Would you do it? Would you split your consciousness?
Nah, I can't. Nah, bro, I need to have my whole fucking brain.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would, just because like I would always be wondering, like, what is that other person like?
What the fuck are you at work like? You know,
that's like being what is it, the split personality disorder, but think about intentional.
It, you kind of already have it, because I was telling Gabriel this. I told this to Gabriel a while ago, and it's like if you have 3 days off or 2 days off from work in a week, how many days of that are you living?
Because you're sleeping like 8 hours.
You're really sleeping just to go to work. And then when you get out of work at 5 or 6, you only got about 6 hours
of that day
in order for you to go ahead and enjoy the day, which enjoying the day is an hour in traffic. So let's say 5. And then for you to go ahead and
Miami traffic,
cook, and then cook, and then find something to eat, take a shower. That's already 4 hours. And then for you to sit your ass down just to relax for a second, that's already 3 hours. And then you got to go to sleep. So it's like, are you really living? No, you're actually living on your days off. So you actually sever in some sense.
And I feel like and then when you do work like 40-hour weeks and you have those 2 to 3 days off, you're so tired for that first day. You don't want to do shit. You don't want to do anything. You're so tired. You're like, ugh. Because it's also brain. It's not just brain. It's not like physical either.
It's mental.
It's mental, yeah.
It's mental.
You're like, ugh, I just want to relax.
Don't do anything. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like your brain is just, but then maybe as being severed, you don't feel those things. You don't feel tired. This is a brand new consciousness. So I don't know.
Yeah, because they always talk about, oh, would you make a clone of yourself just to go to work? You know,
I mean, that's possible.
It's just like, oh, I have my money in my account, boom. It's kind of the same concept.
It is, but you do have time for yourself, though. You have more time for yourself.
You'd have you would have all your time.
Because you're not splitting yourself in half, essentially. Now you are, if you do that.
Yeah, because I always wonder, like, if I had all the free time, like, let's say I had a week off. Like, that first 2 days is probably just going to choke.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that because I always wonder, like, also, too, like, what would I do if I didn't work? But sometimes working does push you to do more things. But at the same time, if you were to shift your focus and say, okay, let's imagine you don't have a job, you don't have a 9 to 5, and your money is just going into your bank account. Like, what would you do?
Right.
You know, because also when you go to work, you don't spend money. But when you're off, you spend a lot of money. Think about it. That's why a lot of people are broke. Even myself sometimes. Shit. You know, I got 2 days to spend money or 3 days to spend money, and I spend
And some people don't even spend money on like stuff that they want. They spend money because they have to.
Right.
And they have to like something happens in your house, something breaks down.
Yeah, and always something is always breaking fucking down.
You always. Or you need to buy groceries, or you have kids. You have to buy food for them. Or
Exactly.
you have to take them to school, now you have to pay for gas.
Uh,
So much shit. So much shit in your life.
That can happen.
And you don't have time for what you want to do, you know? Like I feel like I have that luxury of having that time to do stuff that I want
Because you don't have kids right now.
because I don't have kids.
Mm.
All I have is like rent,
And that's what you worry about.
and that's all I have to worry about.
That's what I talk with Renee sometimes too, that I've talked with him. Like, you kind of like live, you kind of are, if you really want to look at it from this severed point, you kind of are severed, because you kind of like, you have one personality for your family, you have one personality for work, you have one personality for your loved ones, right? Or loved one, your partner, whatever. You have one personality for like your friends. You have one personality when, like, now for us, you start writing, and you get on the mic and you perform when they see you out in the street. It's like you have so many things that you're dividing. Kind of like,
Personas.
yeah, you're a web
Creating.
of a bunch of freaking personas, and then you're like, fuck, you know.
Because what you see here isn't all of us. You know, it's not
yeah,
everything.
it's like 1%,
Exactly.
if not what we are. You know what I mean? Like, even with music wise, when they see like the stage and they see the performance, it's like, that's not, you know, I still gotta go home, sleep, and go to work the next day type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
It's ridiculous.
it was just fucking stupid, you know. It's like, I mean, it is what it is. It's life, right? It's as a fucking middle class fucking person, but
And you really don't have a lot of time. We have, or what, like about to be in our 30s.
we're 4 years before. Well, you 3,
I'm like 3 years away.
I'm 4 years. Well, you're about to be 2.
About to be 2
Yeah, I'm about
in
to
like
be
a few
3.
days. My birthday's in.
That, oh yeah,
In a
that is
week.
right.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the urgency to like make stuff and make it, because you never know. Like, I may, you know, God forbid, please God, not yet. May have a kid, you know, 3 to 4 years from now. I mean, but think about these things, because you're getting closer to, like, even connecting it to like the passing of my dog, or like, shout out to Fernando, to like, he has lost some people recently. It's like we're getting closer. You know how you have that age of, like, you know, you're 14, 13, and the girls are turning 15. So it's like, you know, 15 and whatever. You have that. So that's one realm. So then you have the realm of you're 18, you're graduating. That's another realm. Or you're already graduated, you're going to college, or doing sports stuff, whatever. And then you have the other realm of 21. Now you can drink. So you know you drink, whatever. And then you have now that realm where people are starting to get married, 24, 25. You know, your friends are trying to, like, they go abroad, they have a life and stuff. And now we're approaching this realm of, like, we're seeing death.
Damn, that's so true.
We're seeing life and death, because you see people having kids, but you also see people dying. So, like, around your family, like, I already seen death from an early age, as you have too. But, like, you see that how life is taking you to different trips now, apart from your own. It's taking you, showing you that life is around, but also death is around. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you don't know how, in what moment your life is going to change to and evolve into something else, which is what I'm saying. Like, the urgency of, like, creating music, of doing this, and finding the spaces, which we oftentimes don't think that we have the space, but you do, because someone was in our position, like Jay, or I don't fucking know, like, many people that have been in, wanted to do our things, or the things that we're doing right now, but they didn't, because they thought they didn't have time. But now they're in a position where they really don't have time. You know what I mean? Like, with Doja, also shout out to Doja with everything that's going on with his family. You know, bless his soul, and everything that he has, he's really blessed. J2, Sicko, shout out to Sicko too. But at some point in their life, they thought about making what they're doing right now, but they have more time back then.
Right.
But because they didn't, maybe because of life, or maybe they didn't think it through, just how it was me and you.
Right. And even us, yeah.
Like,
Even
yeah,
us.
he had time. We have plenty of time. And I remember us having a conversation in the studio saying, like, at one moment in life, we are gonna be busy. We're gonna look back and say, why the fuck we didn't do this? Which is the importance of, like, how I look at it. I think sometimes, like, when people say, or family or whatever, they say, like, oh, like, what are you doing this for, or whatever. It's like, bro, because I want to make sure that when I look back,
you didn't regret it.
I didn't regret it. And if I look my kids to the eye, like, look at my kids to the eyes, and, like, talk to them and be like, you can do whatever the fuck you set your mind into. You want to do it, you go ahead and do it to the fullest. No one can stop you.
And do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah,
Don't
right
wait.
now.
Do not wait. Don't
Not
be
wait
like
a
us.
second, bro.
Do not be like us.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying, bro. Like, look at it. Look, a year ago, I I released Personal, and it's like, what would have happened? We wouldn't be sitting down here
We wouldn't.
in reality.
wouldn't.
Like, think about
And
it.
that's crazy. That's been a year.
It's been a year, and we wouldn't be sitting down right now. We're here thanks to Nucleus. We're not even members, which is crazy.
Not yet.
But because they see value,
Mm-hmm.
not only myself but you, they let us like come here and like test out and try this out, and it's crazy.
And see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's true.
it's just like, and if it wasn't for that, also wouldn't even perform and do all the things that we did too. So
We're doing it. We're not even thinking about it.
we're not even thinking about it. Yeah, I don't think
Trying.
people think that we're thinking of it.
we're not. We're
My
not
family
thinking
thinks that I'm thinking this shit. So obviously, yeah, I am. But they think that I'm thinking this like that I'm thinking about every little thing that I'm doing. I try, but I'm not.
It's yeah. That takes too much.
Yeah, it takes too much. It's
Just
like,
do it.
It's
Just
on the
do it.
go. Johnny on the spot. Like, just go. Boom. Do it.
There was I forgot what it was. We'll wrap it up now, but there was this one thing that I saw for like motivational things. Is like, let's say you're stuck in bed and you don't want to get up, but you have a shitload of things to do. What I forgot what it was where I saw it, but it said do a countdown.
Yeah.
And
I told that
then-
to Lewis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It was
Nice.
a girl, right? Saying it?
I think so.
Yeah, lady with
Yeah, she was like, just say 3, 2, 1, go, and then you actually just go do it.
Stand up, yeah.
You stand up, you go.
It's a countdown like related to like how
It's like
when
a
they,
momentum
when
kind
they do
of.
like I think she said like when the rocket ships like take off, 3, 2, 1, and you just take off.
And you take off.
You take off and you do it. Like, don't think about it.
Left
Just
off.
stand up. Because Lewis was telling me that he had a hard time like waking up and like he knew that he had a lot of shit. And I'm sorry to bring this shit out. I don't think I'm spilling too many beans.
Lewis, don't watch this.
Yeah. He said like he knew that he had a lot of shit to do, but it just felt daunting to him, like just having to stand up and doing all those things. And I told him, I was like, think about that, because that used to happen. That happens to me all the time too. It's like, just think 3, 2, 1, and then you start doing something, and then you start like go to the shower, you take a shower, you do some coffee, this and that and whatever. By the time you realize you've been on the go for an hour or two, and you're like, oh shit, I'm already up, so might as well keep doing things.
Exactly.
So,
well, I appreciate you, everyone, for tuning in today. Please like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. That is mainly where we post things. Follow our music, Vibrant, Matic 1998, because he was born that year. And just leave us a comment. See what you think of this new format.
yeah.
If you like it, maybe we'll come back, do another episode here, and maybe we'll have a special guest.
Any other things that you guys may want us to talk about? Deeper thoughts, superficial thoughts. If you guys may think that you guys want to get here and talk to us, to your boy.
And shout out to Nucleus for allowing us to use this space. You can find them on nucleushub.com, right?
That's correct. We're at the
And-
Coconut Grove location right now, which is crazy.
I believe they also have a location in California.
I think so. I think it's in the works that they're opening
Yes.
it. I believe so.
Yeah, so
But they do have one in Wynwood and this one, so check them out.
so if you're in the local area and you want to check them out, give them a shout through Instagram also, or go on the website nucleushub.com.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.
We gonna be needing a detox after this, cause we've been on some crazy shit.